on, y'all? Episode 7 of the Classmates Podcast. We are here. We are here. They say the number 7 is the number for completion. So this means that
It's
we,
also lucky.
yeah, lucky too, lucky too. But in the long scheme of things, the point I'm trying to make is completion. We gonna be here for a while, y'all. And you know who I am. I am the host with the most. I am A Rod Go Hard, and this is
KB, I think your radio show sucks. You need to be watching this one.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So this week, KB, like I shot it to you about 2 days ago, but just want to talk about as far as like camera culture and how like it is ruining black culture as far as like how we're looked at, how we're seen, how we're perceived. Like it's a lot, and it's like everything we feel like everything has to be put on camera.
Or it didn't happen. If you
Exactly.
didn't video it, it didn't happen.
And I sent you this video, and it was like one of the most demeaning, embarrassing things that a man can go
It
through,
was.
but yet he had somebody recording it.
And they told him. He was like, "Are you recording, bruh?" And he didn't even stop.
And it's like it was. I don't see how he would actually want that to be be a light that was shine on his relationship, on him as a human being. Like who wants to be played like that? But in the video, it was this young man. They were at Walmart or some retail store, anything, and something like that, and he was $10 short on his order. He asked his girlfriend, could she spot him the $10? She said no. He said, I just gave you $2,000 in cash
Last week,
last
he
week.
just gave her 2,000, but she couldn't let him get 10.
And you act like this right here is too much of me, too much to ask of you. This woman said, no, I'm not giving it to you. I have my trip.
I have to get ready to go out of town.
I gotta buy my clothes and get everything situated. I'm not giving you any of the money back, or I'm not giving you the $10 because you know what you gave me the money for. How crazy is that? Like, for one, homeboy, if you looking, I want you to be what?
Please.
Don't be stupid out here for these women, bro.
I mean, but
and
after that level of embarrassment, he like almost has no other choice but to leave her. Let me tell.
Go ahead. I want to hear
From
this.
a woman's
I want to
perspective,
hear this.
from a woman's perspective, a real woman, number one, your goal is never to embarrass your man. I don't care if you in Walmart or your living room.
Got you.
Yeah, you might say some things or you might get angry sometimes, but that wasn't a point in time. Like, won't nothing wrong. Literally, all he did was ask for $10 and you went off
Mm-hmm.
about all the things you need to do. Like, if being short of $10 is gonna cause you not to be able to get clothes in your hair, that you was already short, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
What is $10 gonna do? And then once it got established, when dude was like, "Hey yo, you recording?" Nobody stopped. She continued to be the bitch she was being. The man continued recording. Nobody had enough respect for that man to be like, "Man, that's wrong." Just stop it. Just do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he got to leave her now. It ain't nothing you can do. That trip, I hope you enjoyed it, because that would be the last dime that you get.
But my thing is like even when he found out, okay, that dude was recording everything like that, you still continue to ask people or try to get validation of the situation. As far as you kept like, dude, ain't that wrong? Or ain't that messed up? Ain't that
People
man?
don't
You
want to
don't
get
need that.
involved.
No, and for one, don't nobody want to get involved in it. Two, you don't need to ask that dumbass question. You know it's fucked up. You know it's messed up that she's not that she's acting like this and she's doing this. You don't need validation for that. And you actually made yourself out to be a spectacle in that moment. And now the simp when people get called simps and you this and you that, like this is where a whole lot of that stuff comes from. Cause if you didn't leave and you are seen in public with this woman, I couldn't
I'm
see him,
like, that's the
KB.
dude that couldn't
I
even get
couldn't
$10.
I couldn't see him, KB. I could not see him. I could not see him in public. I really couldn't, cause I'm a clown and shit. Like,
Like,
boy, you
dog,
stupid.
you should have left her on the trip, wherever the trip was at. While she there, cancel everything. Cancel all the cards.
The cards, the flight back, all that. If it was on you, if it was on your dime, I'd have canceled everything. If you was in Cancun, you better enjoy Cancun and hope you can get back,
Back,
baby.
right.
Hope you
Or
can get
learn
back.
to speak Spanish.
Habla inglés.
Yeah, that was a horrible example
Hmm.
of a vulnerable moment, people going through things, and
Hmm.
like you said, we take that time. Hey, everybody, look. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Now, true indeed, even from growing up, but I look at that as a child thing. Somebody might trip and fall. Somebody, maybe you're having a wardrobe malfunction and you don't know it, but everybody else can see it, and it's like a look at that. But to
When you
me,
said that, it took me somewhere. I'll tell you about
okay, to me,
it.
that's representative of childhood. Those are the
Right,
things we did. Put kick me on somebody's back,
right.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
Everybody look, 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 look,
yeah,
look. Why are we adults still? Everybody look, look, look.
right.
Recording situation. Mugs can be sitting there dying, and somebody will sit there and record it, but you won't call the police. You won't call the ambulance. You're recording.
And as funny as it may seem, and you just and like I hate to like tie this situation to this, but like it has relevance to what we're talking about. And when you said somebody could be dying, like there's no way that I could have recorded 7 minutes of George Floyd dying.
Mhm.
I couldn't have did that.
7 minutes is a long
That's a
time.
long damn time. And at the end of the day, for you to keep a camera on that situation for that long and not try to help this man, that was the crazy part to me. Like if we as black people have to get to the point of like it's some we got to be a safety net for each other.
Mhm.
We can't be the ones that's always perpetuating or actually showing the dismay of our people, and we tend to do that way too often. It would have been if I can't lie, if I was in that situation, it probably would have been two people dead that day, because there's no way that I would let them kill him. Like,
While we standing
while
here,
we standing here, while we standing here with the camera on it,
on them.
and you talking shit the whole time. This is so wrong. This is so wrong. Look at how they doing him. Motherfucker, put the camera down and kick this bitch and do something. It was like that was it's crazy that right there is where we're at. And this is another thing, like how we are so prone to like putting the negative into these spaces. As far as like when somebody's fighting, that's the one of the biggest things that I wanted to talk about, Kendra. Like, why do we feel like when we're fighting each other or we going to places in this route, like it's a thing for everybody to see? It used to be a time that keeping it gangster was not being seen.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Keeping it in the like Yellow Bees. As much as people don't like him, but he has a song that says, "Keep it in the streets."
Mhm.
And I don't live by that. I don't live by that code. I don't live by that mindset. But at the end of the day, the meaning of what that statement means, like that right there, does hold true. Do not put everything out here for everybody to see.
For and two, some of it is really poor morale and thinking everything is funny. Now, I have a really bad hat. I laugh at a lot of stuff that's funny. And I'm really bad about that, and I know that, and I'm working on that,
Mhm.
right? But for example, I seen one yesterday and I forgot to send it to you. It was a man sitting in a car and he was holding his son in his lap. And he was like, hey, he was like, tell Instagram, hey, the little boy that couldn't have been no more than 2 or 3 looked at the camera and said, hey, Instagram, where the hoes? And he was like he, you know what I'm saying? He looked like,
Oh my
man,
God.
what? And then he just looked at the camera like this. But my thing is, you chose to still post that. That could have been a draft in your phone that you and your wife laughed about. We got to stop thinking everything is funny. And yes, kids do and say inappropriate things, especially when they learning. They want to see the reactions they're gonna get.
Right.
They want to see kids love to try on cuss words when they're little
Mhm.
because they're the things that you say, don't say that. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. But was that my kids done said some funny stuff? some real funny stuff. It was hella inappropriate though, so I didn't video and I
Right.
post the video. You know what I'm saying? I think some of that comes down to we got to stop thinking everything is funny. Yes, sometimes little quirky moments happen or little stuff happen and it's funny. But when it's detriment, that child got to still grow up one day.
Right.
You have other friends and family, community, church members that might have been embarrassed by that. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
And the fact that you didn't even really chastise him, you were just like, and then looked at the camera like, what the world? You know what I'm saying?
Where'd that come
You
from?
still didn't even really correct him though.
That's crazy. Right.
So that was problematic. If we would have seen some discipline after that on screen, then by all means post it because this could help other people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't helping no other people right now with that. You know what I'm saying?
With that so-called funny clip that you just
So-called
posted.
funny clip. You can barely pronounce Instagram, but you can clearly say where the hoes. I have issues.
Very
with
much,
that.
a lot of issues with that.
I
A
take
lot of
issue
issues.
with that. You know what I'm saying? So some of it comes down to bad. I mean, and we all colors have bad morale. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes.
At times things that get posted that ain't got no business being posted, and I'm worrying, is it spilling over? I seen a video yesterday in a trailer park of 4 white women going at it.
I saw that.
I said, "Oh my God, y'all, we it's affecting the white people. We gotta stop. Y'all have got to make it stop.
But
You've got to make it stop."
I wanted to speak to that because, like, where we look at situations and, like you said, it's comical, it's joking, and it's like we want to get the entertainment out of everything. I'm pretty sure that it's a lot of white people that probably saw that video and they're not thinking the same way that we're thinking.
Right.
They're looking at it like,
why do
look
y'all
at
doing
wow,
that?
what is going on? Like, what happened to what made it get to this point?
And of
where
course, it was
this
the
is what
ultimate stereotype. When we post stuff, it be the ultimate stereotype. This is why, right?
Yeah.
here. That
Yes.
video of those of the white ladies in the trailer park, it was like an ultimate stereotype.
Yes.
One of them was about 400 pounds,
Mhm.
could barely move to fight.
Right.
One of, you know what I'm saying? And it's everything negative that they say about white people. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? And
yes.
you encapsulate that and you post that. We do that all so often. It's just like I said, it's like an unwritten rule that some body part has to come out when you're fighting.
And when you
Go
sit me
round
there,
up
yeah.
wild fight videos and watch. You're gonna see a butt crack,
a
a
titty.
boob. Somebody's gonna unfortunately had on a dress and no underwear and then
Yes.
got knocked behind the washing dryer. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yes.
like not even about the violence of it. To me, it comes down to like physical obscenity all the time
Right.
now.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And that adds another layer of why am I always saying this? Now, sometimes it be funny. Like I see a fight, 2 dudes that's about 70 years old and they going back and forth arguing. Now, to me, like that's a little bit funny.
Man.
Because you know, it's like they really aren't gonna go back and shoot each other. They're 2 old
I get
men that
that.
maybe had too many drinks, and
Mhm.
they might bristle up on each other a little bit. And then once that back start hurting, they gonna sit back down.
Man.
Stuff like that is funny because I feel like there's no real hate or detriment. This is just sometimes people come into conflict and it blows over. I realize that about life. Everybody's going to get into it with people, get in fights with people. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. You may need to apologize, you know?
Mhm.
But I feel like some of these are funny because it's no malice coming in behind it. Like, or even by the end of the fight, I've seen people knock somebody one hit and they stood there. They didn't even do nothing else. Or either they might have even helped the person up when they came to.
Don't
Like,
try
look,
that no more.
stop. Exactly.
Don't
Stop
try it.
messing with me. Let this be your warning. Let this
Yeah.
one knot be the last knot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
But
go ahead.
the evil intent and the intent to embarrass is too heavy.
And that's the thing. It's like we're so used to, like, I'll say this. Let me get the words right. We're so used to when somebody gets loud or when we see when we feel like a situation is about to take a left turn. The first thing that somebody does,
Start recording. Yeah.
they start recording. And a lot of times, some of these people don't have any intention of doing anything or for the situation to go past words. But once the camera's on, it's like, now I gotta put on a show. I can't be seen as no chump. I can't be
Yeah.
seen as no as the punk in this situation. If the camera's on, I, showtime.
Right. I feel like I saw that happen too. It was two white dudes in a bar, and one dude great big like doing all that woofing.
Mhm.
Man, the little small dude he was arguing with, he kept calling him scared, kept calling him scared. The little small dude wasn't even really saying that, just walked up to him, wham, hit him one time. Big dude laid out like this. They got to help him up. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But here's the thing. I feel like because he know people was following him, he wouldn't have been doing all that. Rah, rah, rah.
Exactly.
But the people was following him as a man. You feel like I got to show this bar. You know what I'm saying? What's up? And no, you don't, because now you on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody at the bar getting knocked out.
Hey, I told my kid the other day, we hollered. I forgot what it was, but it was somebody fighting on the on one of them social media, and I told my kids, "Whoa, I knock your ass on the ground." Look, and they looked at me like I was
Where
crazy.
your ass?
Where them hands at? Hit them one time. Hit them two times.
Yo, I'm dead, man.
And my kids was too. They was looking at me like, "Mom, stop." My kids, people laugh at my jokes. My kids think I am so dry and corny. They're like, "Mom, never say that again." If I say any type of word that's current, they be like, "Please don't say that." But yeah, is to me like it's all in. And two, the recorder.
Yes.
You're trying to get some views. You're trying to hype your page up. You don't know what's going on. Somebody might leave out of here and kill the other person. But all you care about is the likes and shares.
And most of the time, you get the likes and the shares on just that one video. Because real talk, like we live like I said, we live in a camera content culture. If you have that on, if you get the views and the likes and everything from that post right there, if you don't continue to post the same stuff or something that's in the same line of that, ain't nobody gonna follow you. Nobody's gonna pay
Exactly.
attention to you or anything like that. So you setting yourself, for one, you setting yourself up. Two, you're actually putting more detriment into a situation that probably wasn't even there to start off with.
Exactly.
And me and one of my friends, we were talking yesterday, and this is another subject that I said that I actually wanted to talk about. The over sexualization that's actually put on camera these days. Like, there's no way that you can go on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, anything, man or woman. If you're just scrolling throughout a day,
You gonna see
you're
some
going to see
images.
something that's very, very risque. And it's gotten to the point now where it's like people are almost desensitized to it. It's like it
We
doesn't.
are.
It doesn't even. It doesn't get the arousal that you think it may get. It's almost to the point where I'm tired of seeing A&T all day.
Yeah. So I seen a post that said, "Girl, you've been showing A&T on social media for years, and you still ain't got nowhere. You still broke. You still ain't got no man. Girl, hang it up."
And where's the lie?
just stop at this point.
Where is the lie? Like, if you see that, I'll say this: you're gonna get a certain demographic of people that's always following you, and a lot of times it's like men and women, they both want to say, "Well, motherfuckers is thirsty and they creeps and and you this and you that." If all I see is your body and you sexualizing yourself all day, how do you think I'm going to come at you?
Right.
It's not gonna be, can we go to the museum? I'm not asking you on the Barnes and Nobles date that everybody's been talking about here.
Come on,
I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you to go to Barnes and Noble. We're going to Chili's and we're going to.
Well, at least you got something to eat. I guess. But
and we're doing the 3 for $10 then.
Now wait. Now, can she get a drink?
Huh?
Can she get a drink?
We're gonna share it.
Uh,
I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. Yeah, you can get it. You can get a drink. You can get a drink. Cause I know you go. I know you like that. You show me that you like that. Cause you gonna get drunk and show your ass. Let's do what you like.
Now let's tap on this. drugs, because since you did bring up
And
alcohol,
that was the
a
next
big
topic.
oh well,
I
okay.
promise you.
So here we go. That's a big reason that a lot of stuff that ain't got no business getting recorded gets recorded, because people are out of their freaking mind. I saw a stream. Well, it was about 20 minutes of it. I was like, I'm gonna watch this whole thing to see what in the world's going on. The girl, when I tell you, kept taking her wig on and off. She looked strung, completely strung out.
Yeah.
Kept taking her wig on and off, looking crazy on the camera. Had on nothing. She had on like a flimsy dress with nothing under it, because the dress kept riding up. You could see all this. People on the live like, girl, what is you need? You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with you? Then she sat down on the floor, started talking something. Somebody was like, get you some off that dirty floor, because you ain't got no drawers on. She was like, my floor ain't dirty, but she proceeded to just sit there and just look coked out. I don't know.
So she
but I
talked
was
about
like,
the floor and not her. Wow.
yeah.
All right.
But
My bad.
that's how drugged out she looked, and then she would just hop up and start twerking 1 minute. Then she would sit back down and start smoking, talk about something else. Then for a minute she would interact with the people on the live. That half of them was telling her, "Girl, you look a mess. Stop."
Wow.
But she would not get off the live. Like, it's an attention feed. It's an adrenaline rush that they getting, and people are not even seeing, like, they're out of their skull when they doing this stuff. Some of them, you know. And so I think drugs and alcohol be a huge contributor to a lot of the bad stuff. Just like all those people that stand outside the places and ask people questions and stuff like that. They love to stand outside of bars and places like that, because they catch people on camera, can halfway stand up and they're slurring their words, and you ask them stuff like, what's the nastiest thing you ever did? You know what I'm saying?
They want to answer that at that moment.
At that point in time,
they want to.
They probably just got through talking about it when they was at the bar.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you catch them vulnerable, you catch them under the influence, walking up and down the street, and then ask some of the most worst stuff, you know what I'm saying, that you possibly could ask. But once again, that's for the views, that's for the clicks, that's for the share. Oh my God, did you hear so and so? You know what I'm saying? So, because I done heard some wild stuff on there that I was like,
I'll just be wanting to ask the question,
log
like,
off.
why do people want to be seen in that light? And I'm going to piggyback on the other side of the drug piece, because I was going to ask you what you thought about this. Like, you actually have people who are posting that I'm selling this, I'm selling that.
Facts.
They got stories of it where you can see what they're selling. But when they get caught, they in these crazy situations, or they hear their name being in the streets in the way they don't want to be in the streets. It's like, man, motherfuckers hating on me. Man, no, you're being stupid.
You told on yourself.
You told on yourself. I don't want anybody to think that the police, the feds,
they are very tech savvy.
They are very tech savvy.
They are on these sites.
If you don't watch CSI and Criminal Minds and all that shit, that is real. They find people through the internet. They find people through their social media. There have been several arrests that have been made because of the content that was shared from someone's page.
Cops, between the videos people share, the arguments people have, cops' job has really changed a lot, because you could put together 2-3 people's information, they story, they post, and then sit back and watch their social media.
That's it.
All you gotta do is wait.
So if people are thinking that that's not happening, then you're crazy. And to actually be bold enough to think that that's the way for you to market, Jeezy,
it's scary.
Jeezy, trapping is dead, my boy. Trapping is dead. It is crazy, man. And I'm gonna say this, and this right here is how I knew how serious it was, as far as when it came to police visibility of social media and these things. I was in a situation, Kendra, where an officer, no, not an officer, but a friend of mine came and told me. I was like, why is it that every time I go somewhere, every time I do something, it's always like it's somebody there. Like, as far as law enforcement. My friend told me, she was like, An officer came to me and told me, Jason, that you don't have any type of security as far as like people not knowing what you got going on. I said, why is that? They said the police officer told me that they got access to you as far as your social media. Everything that you do, they know what's going on.
Mm.
And I have not sold drugs in the longest
Hallelujah.
time. I have not done that in the longest time. But the thing is, when you are a detriment to, if you are a detriment in any type of way to how the systems are run, they on your ass.
Mhm.
So if you're bringing visibility to the corruption that might be inside police officer or inside law enforcement, they want to see, they want to know what you got going on.
Mm.
And if you're out here in these streets doing this dumbass shit as far as putting what you selling on your story, they on your
Yeah.
ass.
I saw that it was a live that somebody was, everybody, you could see all the orange jumpsuits in the background. You know what I'm saying? So why, so they Instagram, Facebook, whatever it was, the live,
Mhm.
the comments scrolling, somebody screenshot it and circled the comments, why it was the sheriff's department of that county. On watching they live while they locked up, why the officer said, why did you block us on your other page? When I tell you I fell out, and you thinking you smart because you blocked the police.
Right.
Whole time they watching you, they done got you, and they still watching you while you TikToking in there.
And
I'm talking about why you blocking us. Playing in their face.
multiple, like, there are multiple avenues for anybody to get access to you. And I've gotten to the point now that if I get a friend request or something like that, Kendra, if I don't got at least 20 to 25 mutual friends with you, I'm not going
I think everybody is an op though. Like I look at every
Yes.
time I get a friend request, I'm like, who is it? What do you want? Who sent you? I
Right.
be angry. Like this is the point of social media, to meet new people, right? But friend requests are actually annoying because if it's a male, it's like, what do you want? I don't got no coochie. Leave me alone. Bye. You know what I'm saying? If it's a female, I'm like, who sent you?
Yeah.
What do you want? I'm not gay.
Yeah.
Or are you trying to be nosy? You know what I'm saying? I feel like every friend request is somebody wrong.
I ain't gonna lie, like when it come to male friend requests, if I don't know you, I'm not accepting it.
Okay.
That's just totally honest. Like I'm the same way when it comes like how you feel about female, I'm the same way when it comes to men. Like if I don't know you, if I don't got no relationship with you, if I ain't really kicked it to chill with you, I'm not going. I'm not going to hit the accept button.
I don't got no money to borrow. I don't got none of that.
And I gotta like it don't this is totally off subject, totally off topic, but I gotta say it because you had said something about it earlier. Talk about the wardrobe malfunction.
Okay.
Man, Kendra, I'm at the city commission meeting yesterday, and I'm like, I keep on feeling the back of my pants. I'm like, why does like everything feel like this? And mind you, I walked into this meeting already.
Okay.
I had tucked my dress shirt in my drawers. And had nobody told me nothing. I'm glad that nobody filmed that one.
Say, now, what if somebody would have recorded you and posted it? Then we would be having this conversation from a realer perspective, right?
But I'm so glad that nobody had no camera in that moment. But those are the things that we're talking about. It's like where somebody would have took that moment and tried to make it funny instead of just saying, hey, sir, or Jason, like, fix your pants. Exactly. But they'd have been like, look at this motherfucker. Y'all, he done got his whole shirt tucked in his jaw. You know?
He came in here hungover. He don't even know how to put his clothes on.
Man, he in here sharper than a tack with a bow tie on with his shirt in his jaw.
You know, but there's also, I think it's fair to say, in this camera culture, there's no room to be human or make mistakes.
And it's glizzes.
Let me look into the camera when I say this. Men of America, I'm so sorry, and let me apologize to you. Y'all cannot eat popsicles, hot dogs, or bananas anymore. You have to cut up a banana to eat it properly.
What I'm gonna let me look in the camera when I tell you this, man. Fuck y'all, cause I'm gonna eat my hot dog. I'm gonna eat my popsicle. No, it's like for like that right there is the crazy part about the culture too. It's because it actually put these unnecessary and unrelatable norms into society. Like now, people actually think that way. I
Yes.
cannot eat a hot dog.
And
Like
the
if
younger
a
generation, because they get bullied, because like there's a generation of young men who will never eat hot dogs in public because of this
because
stupidity.
exactly, you
Somebody's
go
gonna take a picture of me like this.
somebody go to the school. I mean, I wish I would go to the school and it's hot dog day, and you got 5 or 6 little boys with them forks and cutting their hot dogs up at the table, man.
So now let's talk about the date recording. Whether it's the men don't want to pay because they're not getting none, whether it's the women are ordering 10-course meals and being demanding or saying, don't take me to this restaurant. All that the date recording also has then got annoying. Um, Leaving a date for stupid things. And
Mhm.
this is the women who are doing this. Oh my God, he ordered some chicken nuggets, y'all. I'm leaving. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. If you don't like this man because he ordered chicken nuggets, fine. But did you have to take a picture of him? Did you have to record that? You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I seen one that was like, because this is definitely the last date. Guess why? He ordered strawberry lemonade. And I was like, so y'all, is that gay? I said, men can't drink strawberry lemonade. What's up? Like, I'm confused. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen.
The strawberry lemonade. Then it was explained to me, no, men can drink lemonade. It's just the flavors. When you start adding flavors, the strawberry, the pomegranate, it's the fruity, then now it's gay. I'm like, you know what? I can't keep up.
So like this? That is so ridiculous to me. That I gotta drink my liquor straight. I can't. I can't get no slushy drink.
No, you cannot. You got to drink
Man,
hard
fuck
liquor. You
y'all.
must only drink lemonade, or somebody's gonna take a picture of you at the table with your
Man,
pink lemonade, your
you will
strawberry lemonade.
listen. The crazy part about this is that men are actually taking these things into consideration. And it's like that's what's killing masculinity, to be totally honest with you. Because you want to put these norms that social media and people who don't fucking know you
Don't
will
and
never
people that some
see
of these
you,
people don't know anything.
don't know nothing. And it's like, well, no, if I take a girl out, I gotta take her here and I gotta take her there. Girl,
I'm
you
gonna
better
show you a text thread that's gonna make you holler. I met a guy and he was far too young. I don't even know what I was thinking. So, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna remove barriers. A
Got you.
lot of the time when I was younger and dating and trying to reacclimate myself to the dating world, I didn't like younger men at all. If you
Mhm.
weren't at least my age, you can't ride this ride. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like particularly light skinned men. Not that I
Mhm.
wouldn't date them. We're only talking preference. I'm not a colorist. Do not come for me. Okay. And or younger men, older, or like people in the workplace. I didn't like dating people that
Yeah,
I'm going to have to be around.
yeah,
If I work with you, if I go to church with you, we ain't hunching. You
yeah,
know what I'm
got
saying?
you.
So I met a guy. I said, you know what? It might be time to remove some of those age restrictions, uh melanin restrictions. You
Yeah.
know, let's do something different. We texted back and forth for a couple of days. I'm just gonna let you read the thread.
Mhm.
Because he was like, now granted, he was 24. That's why I was like, I knew better. But I was like, if this is what dating is in 2025, I give up. Like, I don't even it was like a some type of exchange program and not us actually, okay, I'm gonna take you out. Great, wonderful.
Mhm.
Let's go. He's sending me all this stuff, like, and I don't think it's nothing wrong with being nice to somebody. I also am a believer, it ain't tricking if you got it. Okay. But
Yeah.
like the types of things he was saying and asking, at first it was really considerate. I told him he had 4 kids. I had 4 kids. He was like, "That's cool. Do you need a babysitter on that day? I pay for it." Blah 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 blah. I'm thinking, "Oh yeah, this is just just a stand up person." But then
He was trying to get some.
it's beyond that. If you read the text thread,
Mhm.
it's so far beyond that. Like, you really think you have to buy your way into people's lives, and it's sad.
And
This is not. I'm not a sex worker. You
Mhm.
can't just buy. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what, and the camera has made it so that right there is what people actually think now. It's like,
Because the women,
if I
I need a
get you,
babysitter. You got to pay for my babysitter. You got to get my nails done before we go out. It got to be such and such and such restaurant. Blah 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 blah. And you can tell by the way he behaves and interacts. As a 24-year-old young man, he
Mhm.
believes this is what he has to do. Sir, you will be broke.
and
You will be broke living like that.
and this right here's the thing, ladies. And I don't, if y'all haven't caught on to this right here by the 7th episode, y'all go catch it. Y'all might catch it by the 10th. I'm the opposite of all that. I'm the opposite of all that. Baby, you gonna trick on me. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because I am one of those people that I can give what I want.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I can take you out, I can get you a bottle, I can pay for your babysitter, everything like that. But it's not gonna be a situation where it's just one-sided and you're not doing any of that.
Right.
I've had so many times and so many situations I've been through where it's like, okay, I can be Superman to you, but you want to be Robin to me? No. I'm Superman. You better be Wonder Woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gotta match up and it gotta be even. Like, nah. And so many, like, now you like you were just saying, it's so much that's actually put into these personas that's not real, what's being visible. Like, people want so bad to be Bad Girls Club. They want so bad
And
to
it's
be
sad.
Basketball Wives. They want so bad to be the bad, like whatever there's whatever you see on
And
TV.
those
You want
women
to,
are recording every minute of their life too, which don't help in the reflection of y'all wanting to.
and the crazy part about it is, like, they only show you a tidbit of what they got going
They
on,
done
because
edited the hell out of it.
they ain't living nowhere near that. They are being submissive like a motherfucker. But they just say they ain't letting you see that. Because it has to be somewhat, some of that in these situations in order for these women to maintain the lifestyle that they have. If they're what? Basketball wives.
Wives, right.
Make it make sense. It has to make sense.
For sure.
And we're getting close to the end. So I just want to, like, find a way for us to wrap this up, as far as saying, like, or just trying to, like, what do you feel like, or what change can we try to make? Because we know that this situation is not going anywhere. It's probably
Personal
only gonna get worse.
accountability.
Say that.
Before you pull that camera out, think to yourself, what if this was my grandma? What if this
Mhm.
was my daughter? What if this was my father? Then, after you clear that with your conscience, if you got one, then record.
Mhm.
Because the reality, the flip side of this is, so many people, if nobody would have been recording, nobody would have believed them.
Right.
Or a problem wouldn't have got solved. So there is some bit of good of people having cameras at the ready, but make sure your heart and mind is in the right place before you start recording. And even then, you still have the option not to post it.
That's it.
Once you
That's it.
decide whether this was worth it or not, please think about other people before you
Mhm.
post it.
And another thing I like to go to second that, or go off of that, like, let's be mindful of what we want to, how we want to present ourselves and present our people. One of my pops told me, he was like, Jason, you can do whatever you want to do. You can live whatever lifestyle you want to live. But you can't get mad at how people perceive you if you let them see it.
Mm-hmm.
He said, if you want to be out here helping the community, saving your people, but the people see you inebriated, or they see you high, or they see you out of sorts, or they see you arguing with somebody that has no relevance as far as what you really have going on,
Right.
they have every right to perceive you to be the person that you're giving them.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to, like you said, personal accountability, and also, like, just refrain from the everybody has to see everything.
Bring back secrets. Let's bring back secrets and shame.
You said, and yeah, I caught
Bring
it.
back shame. Bring back secrets. It's okay to do stuff in the privacy of your home and don't
Mhm.
nobody know. It's okay to see somebody looking jacked up at Walmart and you don't have to share the world.
Right. And to our people, like, let's start back taking care of each other. Let's start back making sure that people are seen in the positive light. Like, yeah, we have our faults, we have our flaws, we have our pitfalls, all these things. But don't give the world that, and now they can actually judge somebody off of a bad situation. Let's not continue to make that be a thing. Like when you see the your homeboy that graduated from school, repost that.
Yes.
When you see your homegirl's kids done got into the National Honor Society, repost that. Like when they talking about their how bad their kids is, that don't get a reshare. Let them have that moment. But like let's just go back into the place, or just go back into the times where we're actually showing a positive light on our people. And I feel like things will get a whole lot better as far as like how we're seen. Do I feel like this situation is going to stop, or it's going to go anywhere? No, I don't. I feel like it's always going to be a thing, but let's just try to minimize it in these coming years, and just try to bring some unity
For real.
back into our community, man.
That's what's up.
So, how you feeling about it, KB? Episode 7, we done with it,
We're
girl.
done and done. It's crazy that it's episode 7.
um, we've been having some people that's been hitting us up saying that they want to be part of the podcast. I'm gonna let y'all know that we're gonna be reaching out here soon. We got some tweaks and some twerks that we want to put into the show. So we're just trying to get some things ironed out and get our set the way we want to get it. Like we've just been bouncing back and forth, just brainstorming on some things. And we got a hell of a producer who's getting this right every week. Who's getting this right every week. Every show has been looking better every time that I actually go on there and watch it. So make sure that y'all subscribe to the page, Classmates Podcast on YouTube. Hit that link, like, subscribe. Make sure that y'all comment on the page. Don't come there. Don't be on our Facebook page all the time. Go actually do it on the show, so we can see the interaction on the show too. And one of our people, Philip Carrington, like that's my dog, one of my best friends, my favorite rapper. He has said that he can't wait till we get to the point where people can actually interact with us. We trying to get that done too, actually on the show. So we're gonna see. We're like, just give us a little bit of time. We're gonna get this thing right, and we just gonna keep it rocking and rolling, man. Episode 7 is in the books. I am A Rod Go Hard. This is
KB.
that bell is starting to ring. We'll see y'all next week.